You're watching TV9 Digital with me, Adarsh Vepachedu. After the ruckus at Capitol Hill, US Democrats, authors, and celebrities have been lashing out at outgoing President Donald Trump. There have been calls to either impeach Trump or invoke the 25th Amendment. So let us get right into it. What exactly is the 25th Amendment? In essence, this amendment deals with the process of how a US president or vice president can be succeeded or replaced if he or she passes away, gets removed, or in case resigns. It also speaks about the protocol to follow in case if the president becomes disabled to such an extent that he cannot fulfill his responsibilities. There are 4 sections in the 25th Amendment, but what interests us the most and what's relevant right now is the 4th section. But before I tell you more about it, let me quickly tell you what the first 3 sections really deal with. The first section says, in the event of the death of a president, the vice president would succeed to the office. It also says that if the president resigns from his post, the vice president will become the president and not the acting president, which essentially means that the departing president cannot return to the office. The second section addresses vacancies in the office of the vice president. The third section of the amendment set forth the formal process for determining the capacity of the president to discharge the powers and duties of the office. In case if the president declares his or her inability, then the vice president takes over as the acting president, which is temporary in nature. So what if the president is unable to declare his or her incompetence? This is where the 4th section comes in. The last section of the 25th Amendment authorizes the Vice President and a majority of the Cabinet or another body as determined by lawmakers to declare a President unable to discharge the powers and duties of his office. Doing so would then elevate the Vice President to the position of Acting President. Now, it is not that the President cannot do anything. He or she can declare that there is no inability in discharging duties and get his or her powers restored. But there is a catch. The same body that initially transferred power to the vice president can respond by essentially doubling down on their declaration that the president is unable to discharge his duties. If the Congress, with a 2/3 vote in both the House and Senate, agrees that the president is unable to serve, the vice president continues to act as president. And in case if this happens, it could permanently strip the president of his powers. It is because of the nature of this section that legal analysts call it involuntary removal mechanism. There have been several calls to Vice President Mike Pence to consider invoking the 25th Amendment and remove Donald Trump as the President of the United States. It remains to be seen as to what call will be taken on this. Historically speaking, however, the 4th section of the 25th Amendment has never been invoked in the past. So these were the details pertaining to the 25th Amendment. It remains to be seen if this really is amended at this point in time. If this is brought in, all eyes will indeed be on Vice President Mike Pence. If you like the information that we presented to you, make sure you like and share this video. Do not forget to subscribe to TV9 News on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Many thanks for joining us.